So this video is about deboning trout. I've soaked these trout in salt water overnight. I dry them off so they just don't slip and slide around on the counter, and it's a lot easier to handle them. Okay, so let's get to the deboning part of the trout. So these are all big rainbows. Um, so what I do is I start right along the spine here. Cut those rib bones right off. Try to stay as close to the spine here as possible. And cut right on down. And down here, try to get as close to the spine as you can get and try to get all the meat that you can get off there. You'll lose a little bit of meat by that spine, but um, try to get as close as you can. You need a real sharp knife. I sharpen this knife all the time, so it's pretty sharp. As you can see, the spine is right there. I got pretty close. Now up in here, right next to the spine up here, there's pin bones. You can see them right next. That chunk of meat on that spine is all bones. I leave that right on the spine, and you can see the bones there. And so I do the same thing on the other side here. Cut right on down, staying as close to the spine. I cut right through those first pin bones there. Stay as close to the spine as you can. And just take your knife right on down through. Um, Cut the tail part right off. And now all you do is just make sure it's right down to the skin, and then just pull your spine right out, and then just cut it right off. Now that's all bones there that spine in that spine. So then what you do is you take your fillet and you flip it around. I always put them on the paper towels. They keeps the fillet from sliding around on me. I usually cut the front part of the rib bones first, and I try to get right underneath. Now you should be able to see your knife as you can right underneath there. Yep, you can see your knife right under those ribs. Get as close underneath there as you can. As long as you can see your knife, you're doing well. And take that right out of there. Cut it right off. And that's all bones. You don't lose too much meat. You lose a little bit, It's not enough to worry about. If you miss a bone like I did here, just take it and put your knife underneath it, skim it right off. Take it right off of there. And you do the same thing. Oh, so right here, what we got is we have some pin bones. I'm running my fingers along there. You can feel them more than you can see them. Angle your knife towards the back of the fish, towards the where the spine was, and then just cut straight down through. Now that piece of meat there, as you can see the bones in there, you can see them all when I'm taking it out there. That's all those little pin bones. You do not want to eat them. So if you want a totally boneless fillet, you have to take that piece of meat out. Just run your fingers down there. If you feel any more, just take them right out of there. And there you have it. That side is totally boneless now. And then you just do the same thing on the other side here. I'll adjust the camera a little bit. You should be able to see your knife again right under those rib bones. I do the front first and then I do the back, especially on bigger fish. I'll do the front first. And I'll skim it right through. There you have it. All the rib bones gone. Again, you got to check for those pin bones. There's a strip right in there. They'll all have it right there. Angle your knife towards your spine a little bit. I didn't quite angle mine enough there. I should have angled it a little more. And then cut right in the front of there, and they'll come right off. You can feel them where the ends of them are with your knife. Take that little sliver of meat out of there because it's all bone. You don't want to eat it. You'll get them stuck in your throat. And that's it. That's 100% boneless filet right there. So last but not least, please vacuum pack your fish. If you're going to spend all the time doing the fillets, make sure you preserve them for as long as you can in the freezer.